My parents spent $41,000 on my brother's wedding, but handed me $200 for mine. That's all you need, right? They said. I smiled and replied, thanks for the investment. 3 years later, they called begging to borrow money, and I had a very different answer. The $200 came in a card that said, congratulations on your courthouse wedding. Except I never said I was doing a courthouse wedding. They just assumed because I was marrying Danny, who worked construction. My brother Marcus married a lawyer, so he got the country club venue with fountain displays and a 10-piece band. I took my $200 and bought 50 lottery tickets as a joke. Danny thought I was insane, but one of them hit for $5,000. I didn't tell anyone. We used it as a down payment on a food truck. Danny knew recipes from his grandmother, and I handled the business side. The first month we made $3,000. The second month we made $4,500. By month 6 we were pulling in $12,000 monthly. By month 6 we were pulling in $12,000 monthly. Within 8 months we had lines around the block. People waiting 40 minutes for Danny's empanadas. My parents never came by, too busy helping Marcus network at charity galas and country club events. My mom would post photos of Marcus and his wife at fundraisers with captions like so proud of our successful son. Then Marcus's wife left him. Turns out she was funding her lifestyle with credit cards in his name. He was $90,000 in debt overnight. The house they bought, her car, the vacations, all debt he didn't know existed. My parents called me on a Tuesday morning. Your brother needs help. Can you lend him $20,000 to settle with the lawyers? I said no. My mom cried and said family helps family. I replied you gave me $200 and called it help. That taught me what family means to you. Dad said I was being petty over something that happened years ago. I reminded him it happened 3 years ago, and I remembered every word. He said they did their best with what they had. I asked why Marcus got $41,000 and I got $200 if they were doing their best. He went quiet. Mom grabbed the phone and said they thought Marcus needed more help because his wife's family had money and they wanted to match their contribution. So you were embarrassed, not generous. She hung up. 6 months later, I got another call. Dad's voice was shaking. We refinanced the house to help your brother, and now we can't make payments. Can you help? How much? $3,000 a month. I did the math out loud. So you need $36,000 a year. That's 180 times what you invested in my future. My mom grabbed the phone and said this was different. They were desperate. So was I when I was planning a wedding with $200. But you weren't there. She went quiet. I added one more thing. That $200 bought lottery tickets. One hit for $5,000. We built a business that made $400,000 last year. We just signed a lease for our second location. You didn't invest in me. You dismissed me. And I still won. She started crying and said they made a mistake. They thought Marcus was the safe bet because he had the degree and the lawyer wife. I told her betting on people isn't about their resume. It's about their character. You chose wrong. Marcus called me a week later. He'd moved back in with our parents. 3 adults in a 1,200 square foot house. He said I should be grateful they're letting him stay there, rent-free while he figures things out. I laughed. They're not letting him. They need his credit score to refinance again. He asked how I knew. Because Dad already called asking me to co-sign. I said no to that too. He called me cold. Said family is supposed to help each other. I reminded him of my wedding day. He'd laughed and said at least you won't waste money trying to impress people. He made jokes about the backyard setup, about Danny's truck, about how we were starting from nothing. He went quiet. Then he said that was different. He was just joking around. Those jokes cost you $400,000. He asked what I meant. That's what I would have lent you if you'd been kind. If any of you had shown up for me, but you didn't. So now I show up for myself. The food truck is now 3 locations. We bought the building for the flagship spot. We hired 20 employees. My parents drive past one every day to get to their smaller house across town. That $200 was the best gift they ever gave me. It taught me I didn't need them. It taught me that people who value you will invest in you, and people who don't will come back when you succeed and act like they always believed in you. Last week, my mom texted asking if we were hiring. Marcus needs a job. I sent back a screenshot of our job portal. Tell him to apply like everyone else. She said that was cruel. I said no. Cruel is handing your daughter $200 and calling it an investment. This is just business.